Hey guys, I'm Ryan Wright. I'm going to check out a video from Screen Junkies, one of my favorite YouTube channels out there. The honest trailer for one of my, for sure, top 2 favorite movies. It's either The Matrix or Terminator 2. I fluctuate between them. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, honest trailer. Excited to see what they say. I fucking love this movie. I don't think it's like perfect, but they perfected a lot of things. I'll put it like that.
In the grand tradition of R2-D2, the Iron Giant, and Johnny 5, comes another adorable kid and their pet robot story. Only this one's f***ing intense. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Return to an era when hard R films were sold to children.
You're next, John Connor. I'm back. Hasta la vista, baby.
I saw this movie when I was 3 years old.
We probably weren't ready to see, and would have been even more disturbing if it starred the studio's first choice, O.J. Simpson.
Oh!
Ugh. Journey to a future so grim, the streets are literally paved with human skulls, as the evil AI Skynet sends a Terminator back in time to kill John Connor, whose father was a man sent back in time to protect him. Meaning, if the robots really wanted to kill John, they shouldn't have sent anything to kill him at all, since he never would have been born. But if Skynet doesn't send back the first Terminator, he wouldn't leave behind the technology that led to Skynet existing in the first place? Yeah, the timeline's all f***ed up. Meet the T-1000, the iPhone of killer cyborgs, whose liquid metal body can take any shape, meaning those ears were a deliberate choice. And the T-800, the indestructible Nokia brick phone of killer cyborgs, a stiff, emotionless, monotone giant that Arnold Schwarzenegger was born to play.
I don't know why you cry, but it's something I can never do.
Full of awesome features like shotgun twirling, an endless supply of one-liners.
I'll be back. Come with me if you want to live. Hasta la vista, baby.
A casualty counter that's specific down to the decimal point for some reason. And detailed files on human anatomy.
I have detailed files on human anatomy.
Except for crying.
What's wrong with your eyes?
Or smiling. Watch these killers spend the first third of the film in a cat and mouse game that would have you guessing which one is the good guy, if the trailers hadn't already given it away.
Once, he was programmed to destroy the future. Now, his mission...
Get down!
...is to protect it.
A lesson we still haven't learned, apparently.
What have they done to my son?
Survive was what you taught me.
And thrill as they track down the Connor family. Sarah, the Che Guevara of soccer moms, with some big guns, and some big guns. And John, her 9-year-old son, played by Edward Furlong, who would go on to star in numerous court appearances.
Did you call moi a dipshit?
Yes. So witness an amazing film with horrible consequences that spawned 1,000 lazy pop culture references.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista, buggies.
Hasta la vista, kid!
Hasta la vista, Jessica.
Hasta la vista, baby! Turned Arnie into a spoof of himself.
I'll be back. I'm back. I'll be back. I might be back. You'll be back. I'm back. She'll be back. I'll be back. Ha! You did not better say that, did you?
That's what you always say.
And led the film industry to overvalue sequels, stars, and CGI that still doesn't look much better today. When all we really want is a good story about a hero who sacrifices himself to save humanity. Even if it means leaving behind the only people who ever loved him. What? No, I'm not crying. Why would I be crying? It's just a dumb, stupid action movie. Stop looking at me.
I cry like every time.
Starring so much promise. Iron Miles Dyson, Budnick, Alex Mack, Hey Arnold, Guns N' Roses. Gun in Roses. The only Sarah Connor who wasn't in Game of Thrones. Hank from Breaking Bad. No, really. And the Fonz. Hey! Terminator 2. Bad they kept making sequels. You know, I'm all for self-sacrifice and everything, but you know you left your arm back in the factory, right? That's the exact same mistake they made at the end of the first one. You had one job, bro. Be sure to subscribe for more honest trailers. I'll be back. The day Epic Voice Guy read one of your comments was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. Shame. 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 I ate my brother's turtle. Victory is my destiny. For the watch.
Okay, well done, Honest Trailers. They didn't say the movie was bad, you know, which is cool because everyone knows Terminator 2 fucking rocks, but there are some problems. When Arnold does leave his arm behind, I actually never thought of that until now. Like, that is so true. That was the thing that caused Skynet to start coming into existence all over again. The timeline is very fucked up to me. I have the hardest time getting this point across, but when I get this point across, when someone finally understands what it is I'm trying to say, they sort of agree with me. Okay, here's what okay, let me try this out. You gotta look at the way how it went from timeline and then how the timeline looped into the past and then changed the course of the future. Okay, I know it sounds fucking weird, but here's all that happens before anyone was sent back through time. Sarah Connor gets pregnant. We don't know who with. It can't have been Kyle Reese, because Kyle Reese is from the future. So if Kyle Reese is from the future, that means Sarah Connor's original John Connor kid must have been a different daddy. Sarah Connor has a kid. Terminators come into existence. Rebels form, and John Connor leads the rebels. John Connor finds out, whoa, they're sending someone back in time to kill my mother. They're sending a Terminator back in time to kill my mom. So John Connor goes, okay, I'm gonna send back a guy who is probably younger than me, named Kyle Reese, to go save my mom. He ends up fucking Sarah Connor, and then she names the kid John Connor, but that wasn't originally Kyle Reese's baby. It couldn't have been, because Kyle Reese is from the future. So it was someone else's child, but he's supposed to go down the same future because Sarah's just telling this brand new kid he has to. I don't know, that's just like my nitpicky thing. It's kind of nitpicky. It's kind of a big deal, but whatever, you know. Like, I know that, oh, the twist is that Kyle Reese is really his dad, but that just doesn't make any sense to me. That means the kid of Kyle Reese is a different John Connor than the John Connor who sent Kyle Reese back in time. But Terminator 2 is seriously one of my favorite movies. Besides that, I always let that go. It's still one of the best movies I've ever seen. I love it. Arnold's best performance. I think he does more than just be like monotone. Like, there's actually some depth to the role that he provided. I really noticed it the last time I watched it. I just introduced it to Veronica. I think it's a badass flick. Fucking love it. If you guys are new to the channel, you can subscribe to The Real Rejects. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Vine, where if we get enough followers, we can get more product placement. That means a shit ton more cash for me. No real benefit for you. Greg Cota Gomez Jr. I like the name Greg. Greg is a good name. Every Greg I know is fuckworthy. Just want to point that out. Hey Ryan, love your YouTube videos. Became a huge fan. Keep the magic happening. It'd be awesome to get a shout out. Sure thing, Greg Cota Gomez Jr. Greg is just, it means vigilant and watchful. I know a lot about that name, Greg. And you definitely look vigilant and watchful. I'm not going to show people a picture of you, but you look like a kind of pervy, vigilant, and watchful, like you're stalking a woman. And it's not like you're going to take advantage of her. You're not going to like rape her or something, but it looks like you will kill her, though. Kind of like the movie Maniac, where he scalps those women. You look like the scalping type of Greg. And if your name's Greg, it's okay then. If you want to scalp some bitches, go for it. They probably deserve to be scalped.